All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast. My name's Will. Dave, how we doing today?
How about that meteor shower last night? You guys step out and see it? If the spacebar guy's not going to do his job, then I guess I'll have to do it for him.
I did not see it.
Oh.
Did you actually see it?
Yeah, I did step out and I did not see it.
I stepped out and did not see it.
Okay.
But it was apparently very visible if you were in a low light situation. But the Perseid, so you say it? Perseid? Meteor shower. I think we might have a chance tonight too. So, man, I just like to let the people know what's going on with space and the stuff. So,
What if it's just fireflies on a different planet migrating?
how many though?
Depends how many light years.
10 million.
Dylan Shivery.
Parks is at the dentist right now, 2 cavities.
Nice.
But they're baby teeth and they're about to fall out, so we're not worried about it. Let's
Well,
get
flush those
stuff.
things out.
please.
You don't need to pull them out. It's just we're gonna fall out on their own. Anyway, hey, happy to be here, man. Not even thinking about the AC being out. We're just gonna cruise right past that. We're fine. We're gonna be fine.
Why'd you do the little Trump hand? You did the
I'm gonna come.
okay.
Yeah, it's been an interesting morning here at the Wash Media headquarters. Rolled in this morning, parked my car, parking lot nearly full when I came in. No Wash Media people here yet. Not a slight. I was here a little early. And everything's full. Walk in, Dave comes in with his pretty boy swag. Dude on drugs just walks up to the front door of the office, rolls in, sees us standing there like, what's up? And then he just backs right out.
Okay. I got to watch this unfold because I faced the street. Guy in this walking towards the office complex, and I'd note to Will, Will, he's very retail therapy coded.
You look kind of dripped out.
Yeah, he did.
I go, I was like, oh, this dude's drippy. I don't, that's something I typically don't say, but I said it because he was. And he starts walking up. I'm like, I wonder what office he's about to walk into. I assumed it was the Australians next door because they've got a lot of swaggy dudes who work there.
Yeah,
Facts.
like somebody can dress differently there and not be looked at weird in the office. So when
Correct.
I saw him walking up, I was like, oh, he's just kind of dressed like, a little fashion forward.
And then he kept on walking right towards our door. And I was like, oh, is this a listener? He opened the door, took a step in, and I hit him with this is what I do with listener. I go, what's up? And he stopped, looked at me, and you could see in his eyes something was different. And it's like he snapped back into reality, realized that he was in a place where he was not supposed to be, turned around, shut the door,
Didn't say a
walked out,
word.
walked back to the street, and I saw you pull in, and you got to see the rest of his.
Yeah, he was waiting for.
Exit.
He was trying to cross the street, waiting for a car to pass by, and while he was waiting, he did just like a double foot stomp in the middle, in the side of the street.
Like a JoJo Siwa?
Just like jumped in place and stomped his feet, almost like a. I don't know, not like that, but it definitely caught my attention.
Not like that.
Just an unsettling morning. It's 81 degrees in the studio right now, and it feels like it's just rising.
Do you think he would have came in and chilled, but he realized that the AC was out?
He was like, yeah, it's kind of
Oh,
hot
man.
in here. Like, not that much different from outside.
I hope he's okay.
Gone off that 2CB on a Monday
I
morning.
mean, look, it was giving LSD or something.
I hope he's fine. I'm not going to
That's
hypothesize
sad.
about him.
No, I don't want to think about it too much, but like at least he like realized like he didn't need to be in here and turn around. But he looked like a cool like 22-year-old dude.
An interesting morning. Also, Roback just dropped the absolute bag on us.
Yeah.
What, Wash 20? Get you 20% off everything in that store?
That's what I'm talking
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
What if they were coming out with like a new collection today? Just
Big-
hypothetically speaking.
Big announcement today from Roback. We'll let them do the heavy lifting on the actual announcement, but
That's
yeah,
cool that you're going to let them do that.
Yeah, that's nice of
I
you.
don't
To,
want to steal their thunder.
you're not gonna disobey the embargo.
No, I'm not going to disobey the embargo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Old Washington Post looking ass.
Anyway,
over here.
Washed 20.
Deep throat informant.
Mm-hmm.
They're
y'all
calling you
doing?
that.
Mhm. What's
your
up with
problem?
you? You do love spoilers.
I know, but I like spoiling our stuff though. This is someone else's.
Yeah, we launched
Dude.
a company with you. Remember?
Someone has access to my Peacock account, and they've been watching Love Island USA. So I went to go dive in the other night and press resume episode. It started off on an episode that is far in the future. Saw several spoilers right off the bat.
Who was it?
I don't know. I truly don't know who could even have access to it
I
because
hope
I haven't
somehow-
given out access to my Peacock to anyone other than one person, and I know he's not doing it.
I hope somehow it's an RBP listener.
It might be an RBP listener. That's the thing. Like, could it be an RBP listener? It could. It could. I still think we have people logged into our Hulu from RBP. At one point, we had 23 accounts connected to our Hulu.
That's a lot of accounts.
Mhm. I was just trying to help Ross out,
Who's
like
that?
catch some on-demand FX shows.
Real 23andMe situation here.
That login was just getting hoarded out, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
Mm-hmm. Feels unsecure in terms of passwords and security and things of that nature.
I would say so.
What are your go-to passwords?
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
Mount Rushmore.
Big ballin' 420 is my main one.
When I was in high school, we had a computer guy come to our house to fix our computer, but it was password protected, and I was the administrator. And so my mom called the school. They forwarded that correspondence to the social studies class that I was in, and then I explained to the guy on the phone that my password, I spelled it out instead of saying it because I thought it'd be less embarrassing. I don't think that many people heard, but my password was Britney Spears 00.
Shut up.
And I was just like, yeah, it's B R-I,
1 T or 2?
yeah, T-N-E-Y.
That's funny.
You seen the rumors?
Dude, I mean, that Rolling Stone cover came out and it was like, yeah, that's my new password for everything. I'm in love with you.
Look, I get it. It's a fantastic password. What's the rumor?
There's a rumor going around on the internets that in the upcoming, yet to be written and or made, Britney Spears biopic, that Sydney Sweens might play Britney.
Is that an actual rumor or is that just people hoping?
I don't know.
They
I
have
may
my
have seen it.
attention.
I may have seen it on Dumois.
They have
I may
my
not have
attention.
though.
Give it to Sabrina Carpenter. Let her do everything live.
Cry me a river.
Too short to be Britney Spears. 4'11", that's Sabrina. 4'11".
Yeah, I think it's mainly just people willing it.
Yeah, I think that's a manifestation.
Billboard says they would cast Sydney Sweeney.
Boy, who wouldn't? She's like the
Yeah,
hottest. She's like probably like the one of the harder to get actresses in Hollywood
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
very hard.
You book Sweens, you lock in the horny demo.
Who's
Like,
Billboard?
we're all going.
Who's Billboard, and what does he have to do with any of this?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I don't.
Ugh, if this pod doesn't pick up, I'm about to be Dave bored.
Okay.
Welcome
It hasn't gone that long.
I know. It's just welcoming you.
I feel like I missed like 3 hours
You,
of stuff
you missed.
in the office.
You missed breakdancing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
No, I
Breakdancing-
missed so much, dude. So I deleted Twitter from my phone last week on Tuesday, and I haven't had it since. I told myself I could re-download it tomorrow. I was just on there reading too much.
Do you have to log back in and everything when you do that?
That's a question that's been looming. It's been looming. My headspace wasn't great, and I was like, you know what? I could lose Twitter for a week, and I think it helps.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did have several tweets that I was going to go get off, and then I was like, oh, I don't even have the app on my phone. This sucks right now. You got your boys in the group text sending you x.com content, and you're just opening it up in a browser like a total bitch.
Oh, the worst.
Like, what am I doing?
Idiot.
That's like how your dad feels when you send him like any social media
What is
platform.
this?
My dad, if it's not a text that's like a question, he usually responds to it in like 4 days. But he gets to it, just not big on the text.
It's a nice life if you can live it.
It is so hot in this studio already.
It is, yeah.
Like, I'm
just
gonna have the under boob sweat going before we know it.
I'm trying to ignore it. Mind over matter.
I kind of wish we were on Dave's couch right now, just watching big trash pickup day go on.
Oh, that would have been perfect. It's recycling day too.
Y'all
So
think
we'd
about
have double
stepping out
dose.
when it's like, big recycling day in the rich neighborhoods? It's like, wait, could I go scoop like a nice ass restoration hardware couch for the guest room? Like, what can I do here?
Oh,
You better get up early, man, because people will just prowl those neighborhoods looking.
I try to intimidate him with my no fat bitches sticker on the back of my truck.
on your lowrider.
Mm-hmm. You know me.
When it's bulk trash pickup, I bet there's some neighborhoods around here that there's some some real competition to get to that bulk.
Should we tailgate outside of like the rich people's houses? Like, come on, bring it out.
It's public property.
Bring it out.
What y'all dropping?
You gotta have something.
Is that a Dyson? It's a Dyson.
I'm fine doing that. I'm not too proud.
Nah.
There's that girl who got the couch off the street in New York City.
Oh yeah, that nasty ass couch that was really expensive.
I don't even think I think it was a dupe.
Think it was a phony?
Yeah. She just spent all that time and exposed herself for having street furniture.
It's pronounced stoop, actually.
I would do street furniture in Austin, Texas. I don't know if I can handle it in New York. There's too many question marks there.
Yeah.
In Austin, it's like this couch probably got touched like 3 times by this family who had it in a room that they never go in. They only go in at Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, it feels like Christmas today with how much content we're offering to you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Right now. Tomorrow, actually, not right now. Do You Know It, a game show podcast dropping early right now because we've got Randy going to Japan. We're about to be Randy-less for a minute. Randy, can we get your entire the scope of when you're going to be gone so that no one can complain about Audio Week?
Well,
Hi. I'm going to be gone from Wednesday. So I'll be here tomorrow, of course, doing the game show. So Wednesday through 2 Tuesdays from now.
Jeez.
So
Look at this dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at this dude. I'm gonna miss you, Randy. It's gonna be a long time before you and I see each other with our combating trips, man.
That's crazy.
Dude,
I
we're
must
gonna
have missed a text or an email from Randy. I didn't realize he was out.
it's Dave, it's on my
It's weird.
calendar.
Like we didn't even know you were going until like
crazy.
today. Like you haven't talked about Japan at all, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. What
He
are you
came-
gonna do?
He was in your office on Friday with just a fistful of yen that he picked up from the bank.
Yes, dude.
That's
He was
true.
really excited to show it off.
I'm about to make it rain.
Did you bring it to the bars this weekend and like accidentally bust it out to pay for drinks for girls? And be like, oh yeah, sorry,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'm
I
going. I'm
traveled.
actually going to Japan next
No,
week.
Not to ruin my weekend and fun, but I did nothing in preparation for this trip.
Speaking of,
Bro, let's go out this weekend. There's a crazy event happening.
I like to turn up.
Bro, there's a crazy event happening.
Let's just go have fun and let go with it.
David Woodrose, let's go.
recapping this weekend in fun presented by our friends over at Roback. We already talked about them today, but we're going to talk about them again. Wash 20 gets you 20% off everything on roback.com. We got a large shipment to the office today. Usually get one big box. Today we got one big box and one smaller box.
Mm-hmm.
We can't talk about what we got today, but if you happen to be a fan of like some schools that we might like talk about, like you're going to like what's happening.
Yeah.
You're going to enjoy what's going on.
Did we get some Duncanville Panthers stuff?
We did.
Yes.
That
we did.
collab finally came through.
They finally locked in that licensing deal.
I might need to toss on one of these Robacks before this episode's over. I need some moisture wicking in my life right now. I'm wearing a
that's
cotton tee and it ain't
Yeah.
the move.
Wouldn't be the worst thing.
If you go to roback.com, you're going to see everything from golf polos to shorts to swimsuits to pullovers to hoodies to everything. Go use Wash 20. Dylan, I have a question for you. What'd you do this weekend?
Thanks for asking, Will. I had a pretty fantastic little weekend, actually. Friday, Chelsea and I stepped out for a bit and went to Mattel Ranchos.
Mattel Ranchos, Mattel Ranchos, Mattel Ranchos, Mattel Ranchos.
About 3 tables over from us, Brett was there with his girlfriend and a bunch of their friends. And Brett sent over a couple tequila shots to our table.
Did he put him on the rest of the table that he was with?
Probably.
I love that
I don't
move.
know if he paid it
I
for it
love that
separately or
move.
not.
That is epic.
Yeah,
it
Brett
was
did that to
epic.
me one time when I was there with my mom and my cousin. And like, I'll just be honest, like we didn't need shots at Matt's El Rancho.
No, we were drinking
Speak for Nancy.
knockout martinis. So the extra tequila was not necessary, but very much appreciated from Brett. So thank you, Brett.
What
Which
was
room
the,
were
what was
y'all
the
in?
order, dude? Yeah.
In the order.
Like, don't skip through your Matt El Rancho strip.
The large room to the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Which is, I feel like that's where they put all the blue hairs. It's like the old people room in my mind. I don't know why I think that.
the front
checks
room,
out.
closest to the entrance.
To the left, yeah.
They put kids and old people in there.
Yeah, kids and old people.
And tables under 6 or 8.
Yeah.
Tables under 8, old people and kids.
Although Brett, they had probably 25 people at their table. It was massive.
Damn, so you didn't get the invite to go with Brett and his friends.
Well, it was one of some girl's birthday that I played softball with. I don't know her that well, so it would make sense that I wouldn't get the invite.
Come on, man.
So that was fun. Saturday, kind of a big day. Chelsea met Parks for the first time. We went and had some pizza, played the Zaw card, Pine House. Oh, by the way,
Who paid?
Beef fajitas, to answer your question from earlier.
Who paid for Pine House?
Yeah, beef towels.
I paid for Pine House well.
Were those tops beefy?
Yeah.
What was the damage on that pine house?
Why? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't ask questions.
Pretty standard
Yeah,
order.
why he can't just ask you how much you spent at Pine House?
Oh, Randy, just turn my mic off.
I don't know.
What did you tip?
Anyway, it was a really good.
Do you tip at Pine House typically? Like, as I know, it's like a pickup at the
I never
counter.
close my tab, so they just add on whatever they add on.
That's frat.
I saw a video the other day of a bartender in Nashville going through and closing out people's tabs and adding 20%. And all the comments were people being like, is this legal? This can't be legal. And I'm like, dude, stop complaining. This is the greatest thing to ever happen.
Yeah.
Dude, Billy Bob's in Fort Worth. I don't think they do it anymore, but if you left your card or ran your tab, they would hit you with a 50%.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. It was fucked. Did it a couple times.
Yikes.
Not great.
Yeah, so it went really well. Then we went back to my place and played a little Monopoly because Parks is obsessed with it. And I whipped his ass, and Chelsea's for that matter.
Were you the banker?
I was the banker, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which, what's his go-to character?
So we play with the Godzilla version.
Sick.
And he chooses it's like Godzilla's son. It's a tiny little Godzilla. It's cute.
That's sick.
Yeah. Then yesterday we just chilled. We went swimming, played a little baseball, getting his swing back in shape because we got fall baseball coming up.
How does Tommy John go over the off season?
He recovered really quickly, actually.
He's
At that age, the tendons, they fuse
a lot of
together really
elasticity
fast.
in those tendons at this
exactly.
age.
So he was down for
It's
like
good
2
to get it
months.
done now, though.
Yeah, it was really good. And that's pretty much it. Really nice weekend.
What's that boy doing?
I teased my weekend in the Washed Substack.
Yeah,
newsletter.
I do have a question for you regarding your weekend in the newsletter, if you don't get to it.
Okay. Well, I was home. I was home with Da Boys Friday night. So I decided to do as I said I was going to do. And I fired up Taylor Sheridan's Hell or High Water. I had not seen this movie. I have been recommended this movie, and it's a big miss on my part that it took me this long to see it. So I watched Hell or High Water, and I'll give you a full review here in a sec at the conclusion.
You're talking about the neo-Western crime drama film directed by David Mackenzie and written by Taylor Sheridan, that one?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Honestly, was in bed at like 11:30 that night. It was delightful. Saturday morning was just a big one. Gym, come home, snag my son, go back up to the gym, hit the pool for a couple hours.
Is he not appreciating gains at this point to hit the gym with you before the pool?
No, he wants to go upstairs and see it, but like I'm like, you don't want to see that shit. So we just go straight to the pool. So we did the pool. It was great. Come home from there. Saturday night, part 2 of the Taylor Sheridan weekend. Wind River. Watched Wind River.
Sure, it's not Wind River.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
But I see how you could make that error. And was in bed again probably a little bit later, midnight-ish.
So you're just a T. Sheridan guy?
Well, I do like a lot of his stuff. Sicario 2. 2 of my faves. Also, the entire Yellowstone and its progeny. Look, I'll just go ahead and tell you, Hell or High Water. I keep wanting to say Hell or High Noon, which is
Frat.
I've made that
Frat,
mistake.
dude.
Just great,
Dude,
Good.
high noons are my water in the summertime.
Great. Just sitting home, like I'm not doing anything. I need to throw this on. Got who's my guy? Chris Pine.
Dude, I pine for him.
It's phenomenal. Jeff Bridges.
I've been recommended this movie a few times, and it's been something that's like lived as a bookmark in my life. And I see it, and I need to watch it. And I'm glad that you re-brought it up because it's something that when I forget about it, I go back to it, think, why haven't I done this yet? I need to do it now. Did you purchase this on Amazon?
So it was $1 more to purchase it. So I do own it. It was $3.99 to rent, $4.99 to buy. So I was like, well, I'm going to buy it.
Can I have your Amazon account? Log in so I don't have to like pay
There's
for
like
it or anything.
23 people logged into it right now. So I just can't give you. No, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it would be really good on a plane. It's just fun but good. Like it's just like a neo Western, like you said. You're like, oh fuck, they're going to Childress and they're bouncing around Postway, just robbing banks, things of that nature.
It's good shit.
It's good. And Wind River, a lot more serious, based on actual events. Very good movie. Very good movie. Enjoyed both of them. I give them both A-, B+ range. Very, very good.
Who was it told me recently that Taylor Sheridan is a Texas State guy?
Is that right?
I believe so.
Former Bobcat?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. He does live
Out
in
around
Texas.
San Marcos way is where he went to school, according to a source.
Interesting. I'll look into that.
You ever see him at the Square?
I don't even know what the man looks like. So maybe.
You guys could be straight up absolute boys right now and not even know him.
That's right.
He does something I really like, and I don't know if he did this in Wind River. If he did, I didn't notice. But he will often write himself a very small role into his shows and movies, and most of the time it's him on a horse being like a badass cowboy,
That's what I would do.
and it's just dope.
Yeah.
He clearly like knows his way around a horse, like he can do all that shit. And it's like, oh yeah, I guess if you wrote the movie and you're directing it or producing it, whatever.
He doesn't do what Quentin Tarantino does and just cast himself in the foot scenes.
No,
Okay.
no, no, he doesn't.
Okay.
What is it?
Yeah, he cast himself in a scene where Salma Hayek pours champagne down her leg over her feet, and then both of them die like 2 minutes later. So it was like a completely unnecessary part of it.
There's a homage to feet in every movie he does.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
A lot of money in feet.
Yeah, T.
Yeah, it's an untapped untapped source.
It's quite tapped actually, from what I hear.
You need to put those.
I need to put my feet to work.
You need to put those toe digits on the TL.
Oh, dude, I created a cameo.
Did you?
I did just to see if I could do it, and it let me do it.
Dave, can you please do the most internet-y sell for your Cameo account that you can do?
You can do a video where you look into it and you're like, hey, like this is what you're gonna get.
Dave here.
I don't know what to do.
What up? It's the D-Man.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dave. I'm circling back.
So
Why'd my voice change?
Did you do the original idea of setting up numerous accounts for different impressions? So you have like Dave Ruff Obama?
So they're going to be different prices for different impressions. Like
Okay.
presidential, that's going to cost you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How much is a BAM going to cost us?
Bam.
BAM's just the stock.
I'll probably just do BAM for free.
Yeah,
Just
BAM.
DM me for BAM.
You don't want to
No,
take
I'm
money out of
kidding.
BAM's pocket.
I'm kidding. And then I did complete the ribs. I teased ribs, and we did a Sunday rib day.
How'd it go? What kind of barbecue sauce you use on these things? Vinegar-based? We going sweet, spicy? Huh?
Terry Blacks.
Okay.
I went basic Terry Blacks. I did a 3-2-1 variation.
Their normal barbecue sauce is pretty damn good.
I really, really enjoy it. I'm glad you said that. Very good. It's tough, man. It's so hot out. How hot is it? It's so hot out that keeping the temperature, even on my old pellet smoker, my little basic pellet smoker, it was a little bit difficult. So we had to get a little creative.
You got to
but-
keep it consistent there, Dave.
Yeah, you do.
That's what you're aiming for, brother.
And you know what? I will. I finished it off with a little Hard Knocks last night, and I will yield my time to you.
Went to Las Vegas, Nevada last year when I went to San Francisco for the final Dead & Company shows. I regretted not going to the last show. This year, when I had the opportunity to go, I was like, you know what? I'm doing this.
Your third time?
Yeah, I did. The first one, we went out for the first weekend of them. The next one, I was on that work trip in Arizona and just said, you know what? Daddy's taking
You
a
called
night.
an audible.
Daddy's taking a night for himself. And then, decided to go out with our buddy Ryan and a couple guys that Dave played golf with last weekend. We're just all big, just friendly group of friends. Male friendship is soaring after 35 right now.
We're bringing it back. We're
Yeah.
bringing friends back.
We're bringing friendship back. Let's do a video. Let's do a TikTok of us saying we're bringing friendship back.
Let's not.
Maybe it'll spread to like all dudes in their 30s and 40s and like
It'll
we'll all,
inspire.
yeah.
No phones, no alcohol, just great conversation. Great man.
Bunch of great men.
Dude, I played my steak au poivre card the other night.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I hit him with those onions, that peppercorn, just everything.
You
dude.
went au poivre on him?
Dude.
You went au poivre?
Oh, you went au poivre?
I've never heard that term in my life.
Bro.
Au poivre?
Dude, imagine not having black peppercorns just crusting your steak and sauteed onions next to them.
How long have you
Like
known
a
about
Chili's
that
hot
term?
plate.
I've known about it for a while, but it was mainly because I got it at STK one time.
Okay.
This was before someone else in the bachelor party shoved their steak knife into the wall.
Never having gone to STK is a glaring omission on my resume.
The douchiest place on earth, but
know.
you can't not be happy when you're in there. It's a beautiful time. Went to the show on Friday night, had a good time. Shut it down with a little Negroni at a bar where you weren't allowed to sit down without a minimum. So we just kind of stood and imposed on other tables for a while. That's what you do in Vegas when you're a dude. Did not hit any tables. Woke up very early on Saturday morning, and I have to say, I very much enjoy doing something with baseball betting. Mike had talked about it briefly on this, that his coworkers are obsessed with betting scoreless first innings. And so I decided to bet every single MLB game starting at 4 o'clock or 4:15 or 4:10, whenever they were starting.
How many units were you placing on these games?
You know my units, dude. I have a classic $5 unit. I'm a big baller. But I just love betting scoreless first innings now. It's just a blast.
How many did you hit?
4 out of 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 out of
There you
6
go.
ain't bad.
You're killing it.
I did have the over for the men's gold medal game, as well as Steph Curry points over. So I was happy.
Oh, yeah.
Had I not been conned into getting in some other bets with the entire crew, I would have finished in the black, but I finished in the red over the weekend. And then from there, I sat at the sportsbook for 8 hours.
It's real degenerate
That's
shit.
awesome.
It was great. We didn't stay there consecutively for 8 hours, but we had someone at the table for 8 straight hours.
So
You were
sick.
vibing.
It was great. We decided to just become the bucket boys and just order buckets of Coors Light, which I have to say, I had about 3 of them. I didn't need a bucket of beers.
Yeah.
I just don't need buckets unless it's a Vortex bucket.
Right.
Did they play The Stranger?
They opened with "Feels Like a Stranger" on Saturday night, Dave. That's what they opened the entire Sphere run with. The Saturday night show was really, really cool. It was a great crowd. Everyone was really fun, really nice. Like there was no one in our section was like being annoying, talking a lot. Like it was just a great scene. Had a good time there and ended up closing out the night. Tell me if this is a weird move. Went to a restaurant after and closed out the night with a BLT and a piece of cheesecake.
Oh, BLT sounds delightful.
I knew I wasn't gonna be able to eat in the morning because we were getting up real early for the flight, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a BLT right now.
You went from au pois to cheesecake in the same weekend? You were eating good.
Dude, I'm different. I'm so different.
Did they do Dark Hollow?
What?
I can't wait to hear Sturgill do that. That lick is so sick. Underrated.
Dude, didn't he just play his first show in like 3 years?
Did you see the tweet?
No.
Future show, we're going to talk about this.
Okay. Yeah, took the early flight home. Not the best flight. I didn't feel bad. I wasn't hungover at all. I stopped drinking both times before the show and then never drank after, except for the nightcap that we had. So I didn't feel bad, but the girl next to me was just absolutely going through it. Anytime you fall asleep with a Disney movie on your headphones and then you have a nosebleed before the flight lands, you're not having a great day. She handled it better than anything I've ever seen in my entire life. I would have been like beside myself, annoyed, clearly ruining other people's experience around me. And this girl was just smiling through it, telling us where she lives, how she's moving. An absolute inspiration. I wanted to interview her for Sunday Scaries and just be like, can I talk to you about what you're going through right now?
Could have been cocaine.
I don't think it was. She didn't have that kind of vibe to me. I could see how you could get there, though. You probably knew her. You probably done coke with her.
Seasonal allergies, Dylan. Come on.
You're like, oh, yeah, I know this girl. Oh, yeah, was that Stephanie coming back?
True story. The very dry air of Vegas always gives me a nosebleed.
Oh, I have a straight up infection in my nose right now from dry air out there, just making my nose the driest
Takes
thing on
me
earth.
a while to adjust, but by the time I'm already back in Austin by the time I've adjusted. So it's,
Okay, I see what you're doing. You're laying the groundwork.
I'm for real.
Little foundation being laid here. Okay.
It's like telling your girl you're on 13 when you're on 17 and you're about to drink some beers at the bar after. You're just,
babe. Course was so slow.
Dude, we were behind these old guys. They just wouldn't let us through. Dave hit into it once and we had to lay off after that.
And Dave said he wouldn't play because it was too dark. So he had to come back the next day.
Matt Kuchar. He moved up a couple spots with his
Just saying.
What a dickhead move. You guys are talking about that obviously on Too Much Dip today, right?
Yeah.
I would lead with it if it weren't for the Olympics, I guess.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna talk about the B girls.
Let's holler at Squarespace real quick.
Breakdancing.
That's kind of where they were breakdancing. It was a square little pad. They put the box out there and stuff. They put a cardboard box down.
No, they just had a little mat.
That's what real ones
Not a
do, though,
mat,
right?
but I don't know what the canvas. I don't know what they dance on.
You don't need to put a box down for Squarespace because they got everything you need right there for you. Today's podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. So whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to build a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. If you go sign up at Squarespace, you'll see how easy it is. Just go in, you choose your template. You can upload all the information about whatever business you're running, or not even a business. It might just be a personal website where you just show your work. But you can collect everyone's email. You can send out emails, automated or not, from Squarespace. You can connect with your audience in so many different ways. Whether you're starting a blog, you can list your products. You can list you can list time. You can have people make reservations with you if you need. You could be an upstart restaurant that went from being a beef sandwich shop, and now you're trying to get a Michelin star, and you need reservations.
Oh,
What if, Dave? What
Imagine.
if? I love Squarespace. I've been using it for over 10 years. You should love it too. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/steam to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now we got to talk Olympics. It's over. The closing ceremonies, I caught some of, but I was not that interested in them. Kind of made me sad. I liked being able to wake up every morning and be like, what prime athletes are doing their thing right now on television?
yeah, that's actually really good hotel room viewing. If you can just pop that on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I liked these Olympics. I don't know if it was like my favorite Olympics of all time, but I do think I liked it more than like the last however many years of Olympics.
Tokyo was the last one last summer, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Was it before that Beijing?
It feels like it was Beijing.
London,
right?
I don't know.
Because Beijing was 08.
Oh, wait. Okay. So then
Wow.
London was,
It's
okay.
2016.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Okay. I'll
was
say it. Best
2012.
Olympics is Beijing.
I don't know when it was 2012. But
I'll always remember that because like that was the same day that a Dave Matthews band tour bus
yeah.
in Chicago was
Uh-huh.
going over a bridge. Did you see this?
Pooped all that. I think London was 2012 and Rio was 2016.
Will they drop a bunch of their music on the lake?
It was Rio.
Would you guys
I'm
like?
just
Yeah,
kidding.
all
I
the
don't.
shit
I don't have.
music.
I don't have anything against Dave Matthews Band.
Would you guys like a final medal count for the countries? Like, top 3 or 5 or something like that.
Are you going to count them all right now?
It's not about that.
The United States
It's about
of
having
America,
fun per Scheffler.
the most at 126 total medals, 40 gold. China also had 40 gold.
Pisses me
China.
off. China had 40.
But only 91 total.
I think we should
medals.
be looking at their golds and submitting some appeals for some of their golds to try to get that.
Well, Noah Lyles probably would have had gold, but COVID. So you could, if you really wanted to.
So it's a long-term China play, is what you're
You
saying?
could really
I
wanted to.
think Noah Lyles did what Dylan did with how Vegas dries out his nose. I think he did that with COVID before, just in case the NBA came after him for not winning.
Dude, he sat out the 4x100 because of COVID.
Or was it because of the haters?
Or did he have COVID? I don't know.
I don't know. Breakdancing.
Breakdancing. It had our attention Friday.
We
were
watched
glued.
it. We watched it in office.
Is this
It
this is
was
a
the
new event, right? Is this the
It
first
is.
year of breakdancing?
First and last, actually. It will not be in LA.
It is a total fraud of an event. No offense to breakdancers out there. This was an absolute joke.
My first exposure to this was watching a TikTok where somebody recreated one of the routines, and the recreation of the routine was not that much different than what I was seeing in the routine, which led me to believe that this wasn't as difficult as some people were trying to make it look. I'm not going to say that there aren't some top tier breakdancers out there, but I will say that there are probably some nations that might not need qualifiers next
So
time.
there's a young lady from Australia that a lot of people were talking about. Her name is Reagan.
Reagan.
Also, interestingly, I think some of these competitors got to choose either their real name or a street name that they go by because, they're breakdancers.
What's your breakdancing name?
I would be Twisted
That's good.
because I'd have your mind in a pretzel with some of the shit I did.
I'm going to be Spinny D.
Wait, what's your signature move?
Spinny D.
Okay.
Obviously, it's the Spinny D, dude.
Yeah.
Damn. I'll be D Smooth.
No, I think you should be Gary.
Okay. This lady, if you haven't seen her videos by now, please just get on Twitter and search for Reagan, Raygun, and look at her videos. It's incredible.
She's 36.
It's incredible.
Was the guy who left his entire family to pursue breakdancing a part of this event?
It's a good question. I don't think so.
Okay, Randy's playing the video right now. If you're watching youtube.com/circling back, you'll see that. I mean, it's shocking that there are this many people even watching these performances.
They have MCs out there like hyping up the crowd. The whole thing is so fun.
It is inherently, even the men, even like the actual really good breakdancers, of which there were some, it was still awkward because the opponent's right there. It's part of like, they kept the vibe of breaking in there where it's a battle, whatever. I got to say, have you ever seen those videos when like during a fashion week, when some guy somehow sneaks in and walks down the runway and he's clearly not supposed to be there, and it's like everybody's kind of like, "You got get him out."
You got a climate protester just going on stage.
Yeah, that's what this felt like. You're watching someone who snuck in.
She was so awkward. Well, she kept doing this like little hoppy thing, which was supposed to be her kangaroo move because she's from Australia.
Okay,
and it just looks so goofy.
She did it wrong. You gotta go. You gotta go Gillis.
I respect that they gave it the go with breakdancing. You know, it's an art form. Any art form needs to be nurtured in some way. I just don't know if we need an Olympic sport out of it.
Here's the part that like it has bothered me. So like they earn medals and they count just as much as every other medal, right? So you got like the fastest man in the world, right? And Olympic basketball team is made up of like the best basketball players in the world. People have been like honing their craft and they're so good at it for their whole lives. And then just breakdancing medal.
Look at it this way, though. At least it's top heavy. Like, at least there are elite breakdancers who are getting noticed for, like, probably the first time ever in this kind of official capacity. All the people that you're referring to probably didn't even get close to a medal and are just tanking breakdancing overall. Yeah. They're just making it into a joke.
Yeah, for the record, she did not win a medal.
No, she didn't.
She also didn't get a point.
She got bounced the first round. She was like, yeah.
Yeah, she had a tough matchup. She ran up against logistics.
Can we talk about the small woman from I forgot what country she's from, some Eastern European country, I think, whose street name is Nicka.
From Lithuania.
Okay,
From Lithuania, tiny little woman with she had a wave cap on, and her street name is I'm not gonna say it, Nicka. And it was hysterical.
It was a little awkward. I was wondering what I was watching.
Black Twitter got a hold of it, and they were having fun with it.
It was very
incredible.
She was not as I feel like Raygun. Am I saying it wrong?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. I feel like Raygun really stole the show from a lot of other interesting plot twists.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire Olympics, really, because I mean we're still talking about it.
I mean, we buried Tom Cruise jumping into the closing ceremonies for breakdancing, so you know it has to be good.
She's a professor. She's a lecturer on intersection of gender and in Sydney, Australia's breakdancing culture.
Well, that professor just got schooled. Thank you.
Wow.
Hit the button.
Hey, we're really gonna miss you when you go to Japan.
Please don't go to Japan, Randy.
Yeah, we need jokes like that in here.
Are we just going to call it Audio Week when he's in Japan? Like, I think that's our move. I think we just call it Audio Week and just really hype up, the audio.
We could teach Brett how to produce for a week or 2 weeks.
I don't want to do that to him. Brett's got other shit he can be doing besides producing our podcast.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Should we just set up an iPhone and just upload the iPhone video?
Maybe.
I don't hate the move. Like, there's some people out there, some critics out there who might be like, how do they not have a backup plan?
Like, don't they know how to work a camera? And the answer is no, we don't.
I'm not slighting Randy here at all because I told him, do whatever the fuck you want. You have your vacation days. I'm not going to tell you when to use them. That's kind of weird. Like, we might have a backup plan if the trip wasn't planned like immediately. But if the dude's got to up and go to Japan, you got to let the dude up and go to Japan.
I got to go to the Japan.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
We could probably get Dan.
Was there a party that was cheering for Japan at the end of the Olympics after you had booked the flights? You were like, all right, let's get the mojo going over there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Tom Cruise jumping in. I don't know if we needed Tom Cruise. I get that it's LA next time. So they're taking like, who's the biggest Hollywood star we could possibly get? Who's willing to jump into a stadium?
They couldn't get Glenn.
They couldn't get Gaga. Gaga jumped into a stadium.
Gaga did jump
She
into
did.
a stadium.
Yep. Famously did not sing one of her songs to start it off, despite J-Bone trying to win every bet.
Oh, dude, why was that so contentious?
Because J-Bone said that she was going to do whatever song it was. I said that I didn't think she was going to start with one of her own songs and do something else. And J-Bone said that because it wasn't, he tried to claim that the first song she performed, which was not a Lady Gaga song, I think it was like America the Beautiful or something. He tried to claim that that was before her performance started. She did it outside of the stadium and then jumped in, so it didn't count.
Yeah,
and it was one of those J-Bone things where he just dug in and refused to say anything different.
He was wrong. He was absolutely wrong.
This was one of the cases where I glossed over it. It wasn't like on the golf course once where he claimed that like some type of penalty stroke didn't count for him. And we were like, yeah, J-Bone, it counts for you.
On 18 at Lions.
The rules apply to you on the golf course, J-Bone.
Let's call him up.
He was just trying to mess with Micah, which I did appreciate.
That's true. I wasn't going to be dialed into the closing ceremonies because I was pretty much done after women's basketball. But when they told me they had Tom out there, I was like, well, I got to see what's going on. Not only did they have Tom, but like as Will mentioned, he just jumped into the stadium.
He could have done it better.
And then he ran through the crowd doing selfies. Some young lady tried to kiss him.
Why didn't they let him skydive in?
Great question.
Because he could have.
Well, you know, Paris has very strict skydiving laws.
Makes sense.
Dylan, you know that.
Obviously.
He did ride a motorcycle. So it was full Tom Cruise. It's what you want.
It's kind of sick.
That's not what I want.
What do you want? You want him like handing out pamphlets?
No, I just don't want Tom Cruise. I don't want Tom Cruise involved.
Look, you're gonna have to just forget all the baggage.
He
You
needs
have to forget.
Okay. This says a lot about how I feel about Tom Cruise right now. The haircut needs to go. I'm not going to bring up Scientology. The haircut needs
He's
to go.
like 62.
Like and this is coming from a guy who desperately needs a haircut.
He looks fantastic.
The haircut
What's the
needs to
plan
go.
here?
I have a haircut scheduled for Friday afternoon, at which point I will be getting the mullet completely taken off.
Oh my god!
I'll be honest, the mullet the last few days have been a lot. It seems to have turned a corner, and I can't control it, and now I just feel hair everywhere on my head.
All right, dashboard. Sorry,
I'm screaming infidelities right now.
I'm sorry.
It's so hot in this studio.
We're gonna miss it. Has this been the most memed Olympics ever?
I don't know. I would say 2016 was pretty memed just because we were working at Grandix at the time, and I feel like we were just on meme patrol constantly. Ross was hitting me with that retweet button on TFM, just making my tweets do numbers. It felt so good.
I went viral.
Oh, Dave oh yeah, what's viral Dave doing right now?
I'm upset that they took the video down.
Yeah, do you delete? So this is the existential question, dude. Do you delete the viral tweet?
I can't. It's got like over 4 million impressions.
Yeah, you don't. Oh, are you set up for the paid program?
It won't let me.
You might get $8 from that.
It won't let me yet. It says I have to have 5 million in the last 3 months or something.
Okay. You got it now, then.
You'd think. I don't know.
Oh, maybe I need to re-download Twitter to keep my
That
status.
sucks, man. Wow, you really did go viral. It's a lot of retweets.
When you said it was my caption, I thought you had sent a video and I had said something in a group text that you had used for the caption.
No. It's one of my favorite tweets you've done, and it was 2 Celsius, no breakfast with the guy who looks like Pat Mahomes, just doing solo karate flips and shit.
Everyone can identify with what it feels like to have 2 caffeinated beverages with no breakfast and just feel like you're about to rip someone's
Can
face
you imagine
off.
2 Celsius on an empty stomach?
I've done it, dude.
That sounds so bad.
I've
Yeah,
done
you should do it in here.
I've done 2 sparkling grapes. Yeah, ever since like the cyanide stuff came out about Celsius, I didn't want to back off of it.
It's not. There's
It's
no
fine.
cyanide in Celsius.
Yeah, but Twitter said it for that day.
Cyanide.
it was disproved. It's like
What are
it's
you,
like
the
a comp-
arbiter
it's
of
like a-
news?
Yeah.
They share like a molecule. Or
Thanks,
something.
Watchdog. Bark.
There's no cyanide in Celsius.
Hey, Snoop,
everybody.
see?
I kind of want there to be cyanide in it, so I feel like a bad boy every time I take a sip.
Fair.
Hey, my favorite. The heat's really setting in. I saw a video last night, and I've seen it before. One of my favorite video meme formats is like, "Hey, can I bring my friend to dinner? He's really chill." And it's like me after 2 beers, and it's just like a 4-minute Alex Jones rant of him, and he like cries in the middle of it. And I don't know why. I actually like the picture. I'm at Matt's. When I see this format, I picture big table at Matt's, and I look down to see how my boy's doing. Who doesn't know anybody is Alex Jones.
You goddamn son of a bitch.
And he's just down there melting down. out.
Something great about having kids is that you no longer have to worry about bringing one of your boys that's gonna mess up. You don't even have that option to invite.
That's right.
I've probably been that guy numerous times. No, Will's really
nice
cool.
Chill.
Drinks 3 Mexican martinis before we sit down. Say, pop top.
I think you turned the heat on.
Oh, we got the visible sweat on Dylan's shirt.
Yeah, you turn the heat on to test the system or something because it's getting super.
Yeah, I have the back sweat going.
I think he's here.
I'm doing liquid IV in the Yeti.
The Yeti.
We were talking about this just to put an ending on this Olympic segment. Was the reason the Dream Team, the original Dream Team, so popular and still looked upon in such a positive light? Is it because they were like the first NBA players to play in the Olympics, or was it just because it was like Jordan, Bird, like everybody besides Isaiah?
We'd never seen everybody play. First of all, it was what, 92, right? 92, 96?
I think 92.
Still a lot of patriotism. Everybody was, for the most part, was Team USA. And you never seen these guys outside of All-Star games, like,
because this team itself is such a cool composition of players that, like, I feel like maybe it's just not being a little kid anymore and seeing it and being like, this is awesome,
dude. It's cool, like, not.
But do kids like little kids? And I don't think our kids are old enough to like appreciate it. So, but like, do other kids look at like LeBron as being like the Michael Jordan of this team or anything, or is it just like whatever?
Yes.
It's still a really big deal, but I think it was one of the first teams where they used like actual NBA players. Also, this was a time I think basketball in other countries had not yet like developed the way it has now. Because like Serbia, for example, really fucking good, but I don't think Serbia in 1992 was worth the shit. Like they were beating teams by like 80 points.
But I mean, even the NBA, they're claiming world champions.
Randy, look that up. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think.
I'm serious.
No, I know. It's geopolitics. Randy's over there being snarky.
But like basketball,
Randy's got Serbian friends.
Basketball in other countries has really come a long way.
They were playing nobodies in 92. And if you go back and watch, that was hitting the TL2 of like some of those games. It was like, dude.
It was sad.
It was night and day.
It was just a dunk contest, basically.
I had a point. Oh, it was really nice being able to like see Devin Booker and appreciate Devin Booker's game instead of like me just laughing at him and just doing memes in my head, because I don't root for him at all. I don't really care for him as an NBA player, but you're pulling for him on Team USA. And you're like, hell yeah, it's fun. It's really fun when Curry's on your team. It turns out.
Yeah,
KD had a hell of Olympics too.
When he's shoehorning in the Longhorn, he did. It's a big shot.
A very old team.
Really needed KD to get 4 rebounds.
This guy was at the sports book all day.
It's disgusting what it turned me into that day.
I love it.
I was so horny for action that day.
You got your beak wet.
Yeah. We had a parlay going with. We had the under on LeBron's assists, which he hit the over in like the last basket of the game. The over for everything else, the spread, and then something like, and then once LeBron hit the assist, we were like, God bless him. This sucks.
Can I shout out LeBron for not just fermenting his beard?
Yeah. Did he forget it?
He looks great with a gray beard.
Did he forget it though in Paris?
Maybe.
Did he not bring his stylist over? And he was just like, I'm going old dog right now.
Looking very gray.
They don't let you travel with it. And it's 5 ounces, 5 milliliters.
That's right.
That's true. He only carried on too.
What, Randy?
Nothing. Is it just Yugoslavia and like Serbia were like separating in 92. So that'd be a crazy turnaround if they were like, all right, let's focus all on basketball.
There you go.
Randy's got Serbian friends.
So I wasn't wrong.
I was kind of surprised Ukraine was fielding a team in the Euro soccer tournament this past summer.
I know.
Why?
Distractions at home.
Oh yeah.
I think it's good to have
ongoing
I think it's good
conflict.
to have a team to cheer for, unite the country a bit in some way. I was just a little surprised, like, oh, okay.
I get it. How'd the USA men's soccer team do?
I don't know.
They didn't.
Not
medal.
sure, David.
They didn't medal. They're not good.
They stink,
It's
baby.
tough. Very sad. Shout out to the ladies though.
Can we holler at Rocket Money real quick?
Yeah.
I freaking love Rocket Money. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and it helps you lower your bills so that you too can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, you got full control over your subscriptions with a clear view of my expenses. I can see all the subscriptions in one place. And if I see something I don't want, Rocket Money can help me cancel it with just a few taps. You sign in, You log into your accounts via Rocket Money. It puts everything in the same place for you, and it's just easy to see everything. You can see a bird's eye view of your finances. You can see all the subscriptions that you have. If you have multiple subscriptions, it makes it very easy to cancel. They'll even try to negotiate lower bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is submit a picture of your bill, and then Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They'll even deal with customer service for you. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/circling. That's rocketmoney.com/circling. Again, rocketmoney.com/circling. Can we talk fox hunters real quick? You guys familiar with these guys? You called yourself a fox hunter back in the day, Dylan.
That's right.
Saying you're going to go out and trap some foxes.
Why are we hunting foxes?
We do be I don't know. I don't hunt foxes.
No, right.
Just rich dudes in the UK, dude. Do you guys think these guys should be protected as a minority? Do you guys mind if I just read you a couple things from this?
Let's hear it.
Hold on.
These dogs.
I'm just trying to process what Will just asked.
A pro-fox hunting group says it has prepared a legal case to try to prove hunters are an ethnic minority whose hunts should be protected under equality laws. Ed Swales, the chair of Hunting Kind, claims he has been advised by a leading human rights lawyer that hunters unequivocally qualify for legal protection under the UK Equality Act of 2010. Speaking to the Field Sports Channel podcast, Swales said the qualifications of an ethnic group, there are 5 of them, and we hit every one straight in the bullseye. Man, like,
I just don't know.
Here's the thing, dude. Maybe you just don't need it. Maybe you just don't need to be recognized.
I bet going on a fox hunt with all those dogs is tight, though.
Those dogs look sick.
Yeah, I don't want these guys trying to shoehorn themselves in as a minority I don't want it to cover up the fact that, like, I would love to do a fox hunt.
How are they feeling oppressed? Like, what's going on?
I think they're being told they can't hunt their foxes, and they're trying to look for a loophole so they can keep hunting without their rights being infringed upon.
I think the problem is the fox hunters just have too much drip. You pull up in that red coat with that fun little hat, and you got the dogs with you, and you're on horseback. What are you supposed? You can't have that,
honey. I can't even murder foxes anymore.
Why are we hunting foxes?
I hunt them for the sport of it.
It's probably a sport ploy, but you know what? Fox will get in your chicken coop and fuck your shit.
I like
up.
to
They're so
stuff them
cute,
and put
man.
them in my den.
The little dogs, Dave.
They're not.
The little dogs who die.
They're dog fan. They're dog adjacent.
Are they closer to felines or canines?
It's always been a question, but
It kind of feels like a little like mixed bag.
they're canine. It's a canine play.
They look like, I was always told that they're dog hardware with feline software.
Sexy ass dogs.
That's a great way of putting it, Randy.
They're mega cute.
We're gonna
Those
miss
are
that.
zesty ass dogs.
We're gonna miss that kind of stuff for the next few weeks. Or
Yeah, that's
whatever.
good.
There you go.
So you're really going out of town? Hold on a sec.
Are you going to update the PTO calendar with your shit, dude?
It's been updated a while ago.
You put it on
Randy.
this
I'm
morning.
calling Jessica. She's our HR. Hey, what's up? Did
Dylan's
you
our
Randy's on?
HR.
No,
I passed it on to Jessica.
Yeah, we set Dylan up with a fake Word document for HR, and we've outsourced it to Jessica. She's doing a great job. Can I get a fox hunting uniform and just wear it to dinners? I just want one of the jackets.
You got to get the hat too.
You have to go hat.
The hat's a lot,
The hat's hot.
but I don't like to wear my fox hunting hat at steakhouses. They usually suggest I take it off.
I feel like in parts of Northern Asia, they hunt fox with falcons via falconry, RFK style.
I'll let you know. I'm going to be there very soon.
Northern Asia.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing. Dylan, you should get your foxtail out and let them just chase you around.
Yeah, I probably won't do that.
Didn't you
but
just
thank
bring it to the office and just put it down and hope somebody
Yeah.
would take it away?
No, if someone takes it away, I'm coming for you.
It's just sitting up
It's
here.
a case of emergency bit.
Ah, got it.
The group said that they would try to mount legal challenges to prove that those who support hunting have suffered discrimination and been abused on social media. Is it surprising that fox hunters are using social media at all? I feel like if you're fox hunting, you're either too rich to care about social media, or you're so country that you're just not even thinking about it.
Man, I feel like, yeah, that's a person who's not online at all.
Doesn't England have bigger problems right now than?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. A good way to blow off steam is to get out there on your horse and gather the dogs and go on the old fox hunt.
I kind of want to go on just like a hunt, dude.
Hunting with dogs is fun as fuck.
I look at
wouldn't
Rosie.
wanna hunt a fox for no reason though. Like you're not eating the fox.
I look at yeah. Well, what are the roadkill laws around foxes in England?
You know what, man? I surprisingly don't know.
I have now talked out the entire RFK story with numerous people, and there's so many questions that arise as you retell and retell and retell.
Is it the falconry angle?
It's just insane to go from doing falconry in upstate New York to Peter Luger's steakhouse to ditching a bear in the park to a flight out of New York all in one day.
It's a very busy schedule.
Like that is some
schedule.
wild shit.
It's a sick ass schedule.
Honestly, though, like falconry, just if you could just cut out the other stuff, falconry straight to steakhouse is pretty dope.
Yeah, if your boys are in the group text on like Wednesday and it's like, well, hey, what if we go to the falconry and then we got a party bus we're going to take down to Peter Luger's? It's like, oh, this is going to be an all-time Saturday.
Yeah.
There's a real he's probably out cheating meme, and it's just me with like a falcon on my shoulder.
And a dead bear in your trunk.
He's probably thinking about other girls right now, and it's just no. I'm thinking about how sick that day of falconry at Peter Luger's was.
Dude, that fillet.
So
I'm still thinking about that fillet. I got
there is
an au bois.
there is a wildlife management angle to what they're doing. I read it. I kept reading.
You did the research?
We're actually
Why would you
doing
research something thoroughly before?
We're
we
actually
talk
doing
about it?
people a service. We're picking up the foxes or the hares or the deer or the rabbits that are either old, they've got no teeth, they can die of starvation, or they've got the disease. I don't know why the "these" there. Or they're just not adapted to outperforming
Feels
a
racist.
dog
It feels
in that
prejudiced
chase.
to call it the disease when
Yeah.
you don't know what it is.
They got the bug.
So we're happy with natural selectivity.
They got the disease. I mean, I personally am not too worried about aging hares, but the only aging hairs I'm worried about are right here.
He's pointing to his hair, folks. See, if that joke happened when Randy was gone, there's no video to back it
Wow,
up.
I told you I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, that would have been a great segue into a hymns read or something.
All right.
It would have been all right. Well, why don't we talk about this fucking Walmart
Wow, dude.
commercial?
Randy's just moving on from this segment.
I like that. I like that Randy's
We'll get him
over it.
I'm low key. Are you getting any?
You getting some action?
I thought I felt a little blast of cool there. Maybe it's a spirit or a.
I still don't know if I think I'm working from home this afternoon regardless. This is awful. My back is just sweaty. I don't want to work from home.
Look, I'm all for wildlife management, so I just don't know. There's no way, like Patty and the boys, like when they go on their fox hunt, they're not putting all this gear on, right? It's too much. You don't need to put on the red coat.
I think it's part of it, dude.
What if you just put on like a Costa or like a Guy Harvey t-shirt?
Yeah, are these guys frat? Or are they kind of like lame because they're playing dress up?
That's a great question. Kind of the question of our time.
Randy, can you play us the Walmart Gen Z commercial?
That photo's from the Boxing Day hunt. Dylan,
Boxing Day.
weren't you out hunting?
When's Boxing Day, Dylan?
You know, Dave could have
With
been
Mike?
Dave could have been a boxing champion had he trained from his childhood.
I could have been a contender.
I believe it.
He's got those twitchy hands.
Yeah, he's fast twitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Randy, play us the Walmart video.
Out of context, that was just.
Taylin, that fit slays.
Cat, can I tell you a secret? We don't say slay. We say, you ate.
You ate. Cool. What else you got? Maximum aura point. Poppin' the preppy vibes. Wait, is preppy cool again?
But it's different from how it was in the 1900s.
Oh. Wow, everyone's really feeling themselves.
No cap, you weren't French or Ohio at all.
What's Ohio?
That'll be our lesson on the ride home. Okay.
Oh, so Ohio is a real thing that they're saying? I
Yeah.
thought we just made that up in
No,
here.
they're saying Ohio Riz.
Oh my God, that's tough. Ohio taking straight.
So that the girl in the ad, I didn't know that we were getting her, Randy. Do you remember what she's from?
She looks very familiar.
So she was one of the original girls on TikTok who was doing a lot of like husband content.
Right, I looked up. She has 10.3 million.
Yeah,
followers.
she was very, very popular at the beginning of TikTok, and she did a lot of content with her husband. And then she got really famous. She and her husband got divorced, and she moved to Chicago and was still like posting a ton of videos with her like daughter and stuff. But like people started being up in arms about it, and it was like, hey, like you should furnish your place before you keep doing like this content with your daughter in it. Like you need to take care of at home. But I couldn't stop watching this like saga go on because I was like, this is the first time I've ever. It's like if Pookie and Jet got divorced. You know, it was upsetting. But now she seems to be doing great with her Wal-Mart ads.
Is she related to the Rizzler?
Baby Gronk?
She's not with the Rizzler though. Okay, I'm just curious. The Rizzler's, dude. Look, the Rizzler's the new Riz King. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
I would look at her content.
She does impressions of her Hispanic mother that are actually really funny. She claims per her bio that she will be on SNL one day, and I don't know if that's something that like people achieve for as the height of comedy anymore.
A good point.
And then 2, I just don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know.
Look,
is this what we sound like?
I was going to say we can't really criticize this ad because the show kind of.
Do you think you get like hired to do an ad like this and like I think she knows like this isn't great, but it's Walmart.
She got the bag though.
I can feel my forearm starting to sweat.
Forearm sweat?
I thought you got surgery.
Maybe that's why they're sweating because the pits aren't.
Surgery.
We had that theory because a friend got the Botox in his hands and like, well, that sweat's going to have to go somewhere else. So we were like, oh, dude, your back's going to sweat extra. I don't know if it works like that.
Just stopped at his forearm.
You could convince me. You could convince me my front sweats more than it did before I got the armpits.
It might be in your head though.
Yeah. It also just might look more because there's no armpit sweat.
Yeah, that too. All right.
I'm so hot.
What's this girl's at?
Her name's Kat Stickler, Dave.
Yes.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, she's very famous. Like you've definitely seen her videos before. She kind of has Ohio Riz after this though. Is she getting remarried? She with somebody now? Doesn't look like her ex-husband.
She's dating one of the. No, I'm just kidding.
Is she dating one of the Montana boys?
She's got 2.3. Yeah, that's honestly, I'm really hoping to see a Montana boy.
I wouldn't hate if she was
2.3 million
boys.
followers.
Yeah, she's famous. Maybe she'll be on SNL one day, David.
Man, you just can't. Oh, my sister follows her. And as does Curry. Okay.
Yeah.
She's actually really good.
I think he actually sent her to me to begin things to tell me that we should try to get her.
Salgal getting a gram off there.
Yeah, I woke up yesterday. I shouldn't say this. I woke up yesterday and opened my phone and saw that Sally had texted. I had been napping and saw that she had texted herself a bunch of photos that had been existing on my phone. And then I was just like, did she just go through my phone after a Vegas trip, or was she just sending herself photos?
Maybe a little of both.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking to so many girls in Las Vegas with our crew. They couldn't tear themselves away from us.
A crew you're with is dangerous.
If you weren't the waitress named Liz, who was like probably 55 years old, you weren't talked to by us.
He's probably out cheating. No, he's just in the sports book, hoping Katie doesn't get 4 rebounds.
He's begging Liz to get another bucket of beers for the boys.
He's just looking up fox hunts from his phone. Las Vegas fox hunts. I bet that's a real thing you could go on here.
I would do one. I don't know. I've always said I'd have trouble killing a deer. I don't think a fox would be much easier for me.
They're too cute, man. Is it time?
It's so hot in this studio.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right, Randy, have fun in Japan, dude.
See you tomorrow for the game show.
Wait, you're going to Japan?